I'm Ryan Nadeau. I spent last summer in Pakistan. I went for an internship, and it fell through about the time that the monsoon rains hit and the flooding was torrential. Here in the West, people didn't see a lot of what was going on in Pakistan, and I wanted to change that. I wanted to expose people to what was actually happening. So what I decided to do is take my digital camera and I went out to these areas and I took video footage. My friend Ali called me one day and told me he had a village that we should go to. And it had been 3 weeks and no NGO, no government assistance had come to this place. And I got different footage of the rubble of what used to be an entire village of thousands of people, homes completely destroyed, nothing left. The cash crop of this area was tobacco, and all of the tobacco crops were reduced to nothing but dead stalks. The elders in the village were insisting that we stay in their homes, but we needed to get back. We left after dark, which was probably our biggest mistake. On the way out, on a small dirt road about the size of our truck, two men stepped out in front of our truck. One guy with an AK-47 and the other guy with a pistol. The gunmen had their faces covered. I couldn't see anything. They had one had a red bandana over his face and the other one had a black bandana. We were forced onto the side of the road, hands behind our heads, on our knees. And I remember thinking, shit. I was thinking about my mom. She didn't want me to go in the first place. And my girlfriend. It was really scary, and I realized I had to remain calm if I was going to make it out of that situation. And I was just so happened to be lucky enough to be the last one they got to. And since I was able to see what was going on before me, every time they would yell at my friends who were sitting next to me, trembling, shaking, some of them crying, each person would pull out their wallet and hand over all the money that they had. And I got lucky because they just started yelling something into my face, and all I said was, "Acha, acha," which is, okay, okay. The guy with the black bandana grabbed my wrist and took my wallet, which had my IDs, my cash, credit cards. I was afraid that if he goes through this, that I'm really screwed. He just went looking for money, but he got really angry and he picked the AK up to my face, quickly lifted it over my head and shot 3 rounds. And that's when it all became real to me. And the strangest thing is the two gunmen were fighting over how many rupees to give us for the tolls on the way back to Islamabad. Got back in the car, we're all pretty freaked out, scared out of our minds, but we nearly just died. I had asked my friend Ali, what were they yelling? Why were they yelling at us? What were they saying? And he looked at me very seriously. He said, they were saying this. The floods came 3 weeks ago. We went to the government turned us away. You rich people, you don't care about us. If we didn't have guns, you would have never stopped. This is what we're reduced to. This is what we have to do to feed our families.